guys, welcome to Bastion Time. I am your host Bastion. This is Nintendo News. Let's get to that news, and in case somehow you didn't see the previous video, that's probably surprising to you that I'm back and everything. If you want to hear why I was gone for like 2 weeks, you can just bang the mic. Anyway, if you want to find out why I was gone for the past 2 weeks, you can watch the end of the previous video. But anyways, let's get to the news. The first story of which is about that 2D demo that Nintendo made in-house of Breath of the Wild, utilizing basically the graphics of the original Legend of Zelda game as a way of showcasing their new physics ideas and how you can do different things in the world that all affects everything in a logical way based on physics. And we all were thinking, geez, we'd love to play this demo, but obviously we're never going to get a chance to do so. But obviously, at some point, some Nintendo fans stepped forward and tried to recreate that demo. So again, this version that they've created, of course, is probably completely different than what Nintendo created in-house, but it's kind of interesting. I haven't had a chance to play it yet, even though I really want to. But that's because the computer that I currently utilize, first of all, is not a PC, and it's only available on PC. And second of all, I only really know PCs. I don't really know Macs so much, so recording and editing these videos is basically going to be a fun time for me right now. I used to do all my editing on my previous computer that I had at work, but that can't be the case anymore since I don't work there anymore. So anyways, gotta use the computer at home, which is a Mac. So anyways, can't play the game yet, but maybe at some point. I do have a tiny little terrible ancient laptop that I could probably try to play it on, but I don't think it's going to be able to handle it. So anyways, we'll see. But if you want to check out that demo and you have a PC and not a Mac, there's a link down there for you. Our next story is about the fact that, yes, it's still difficult to find Switch units in stores as of recording this video. One place recently that was selling them is that home shopping network QVC. And in case you're not familiar with them, they're notorious for claiming, like, oh, this watch was, like, actually $230, but we slashed the price down to $110, so it's what a steal. And then if you like go and Google that watch elsewhere, you find that you can easily buy it for like $90. It was never $210 or whatever. Like, they just invent prices that they claim, oh, it was originally this, but then we slashed the price. Same thing here with the Switch, which this bundle that they've put together should only cost about $470. It includes the Switch with everything that comes in the regular box with the Switch, so like both the Joy-Con controllers and an extra set of Joy-Con controllers and the rechargeable thing that you can put the Joy-Con controllers into, and Breath of the Wild, just the regular standard edition. That should come to about $470, but guess how much they're selling it for? $550, which is way over retail price, and then they're claiming that it should be about $600, but they've slashed it down to $550, and it's like, it shouldn't even be $550, it should be $470. That is if you're taking everything at its retail price. There's no reason why it should be anywhere close to $600, but that's typical QVC for ya. Something that I really need to teach my mom, who kind of has an addiction to buying stuff off there because it's so much cheaper. They claim that they've slashed the prices. Well, they're liars. Our next story is about this amazing fan creation of one of the time bombs. Is that its official name? Did I just make that up? You know, one of those bombs that you produce with your Sheikah slate in Breath of the Wild that will then detonate when you press the button. Time bomb sounds right to me. Anyways, they made a NIGHTLIGht version of it, and it is so super cool. Honestly, if they were selling this on Etsy, even though I don't typically buy trinkets and statues and whatnot, I'd probably buy this. This just looks so awesome. But anyways, if you want to read more about that, there's a link down there for you. And our final story for the day is coming from The Onion, which, if you're not familiar with The Onion, it's a parody news site. You're not supposed to take anything there. There's a whole hilarious culture out there of people who don't know that The Onion is satire, and so they post incredulous things on Facebook like, if this is true, the world is going to hell. And it's always like, no, but it isn't true. That's the whole point. It's The Onion. It's supposed to be funny. It's parody. So in any case, with all of that in mind, they put together a commercial where they reveal Nintendo's newest controller for the Switch, which is pretty gosh darn entertaining if you ask me. Especially, I mean, as a kid, well, I'm going to ruin for you what the concept behind the controller is, which is it's the first controller designed to be thrown across the room in frustration. You know, as a kid, I would get frustrated with games, and as an adult, I still do get frustrated with games, but the way I deal with that frustration is usually vocally and not really throwing things, but I have heard of plenty of kids who would throw their controllers and whatnot, so I guess this is something that makes sense. If you want to watch this very silly commercial, there's a link down there for you. That is it for this episode of Nintendo News. See you guys in probably a few days for more news. See you then. Bye, guys.